Welcome back to everyone here on the gantry here on SAFC Live following a 1-1 draw, Sunderland versus Preston North End. There's a frantic end to the game which saw Romain Mundle equalise things for Sunderland, plus some crazy antics from our visitors and the referees and the other officials, struggling to keep up with what was going on. Let's give them that credit anyway. They did add the time on, 9 minutes in the end. Let's look back through the game then, Danny, and we can have a look at maybe what went wrong and what went right for Sunderland tonight. I think Sunderland fans will walk away from this thinking we didn't test Freddie Woodman enough.
No, again, we'll get on to the setting off. We had a lot of ball. I think when we made the changes setting off, we come to life a little bit, didn't we? And obviously once we get that equaliser, you think we're going to kick on. But let's have a look at the first half, really. And I think, I said in comms, it felt like a bit of shadow boxing from both sides, really. It was almost played in second gear, wasn't it? And we had one or two moments like this with Tommy coming in off that left-hand side and see Preston, but there was a lot of this in that middle third, both sides giving the ball away loose. Yeah, 5-10 yard passes, sloppy this evening from both sides in that, especially in the first half. So look at this one here now. Meander again, he had little moments, didn't he? Really, I think Tommy there, if he's a little bit, say, braver, really, just go be committed and go and win it. It's a lovely ball, stood up, look, and he's got the run on his man. And I'm thinking, can he just get up and commit to it a little bit more, possibly? And then Magoma, I think this was probably their best opportunity in the first half. I know Sam Greenwood had a couple as well from sort of the edge of the D, really, which he blazed wide and over. But yeah, just didn't quite click, did it, throughout the net. And obviously, say Meander come off, was it 60 odd minutes or so, 55, 60 minutes this evening, didn't he? But didn't really see maybe the best of those two as a pair in this evening. We've been waiting for those two as a pair for a few weeks now up the top end of the pitch. You know, give credit to Preston as well, handled them quite well at times with that back three. But yeah, it's going to be a frustrated changing room this evening. I think, you know, we've seen it too often in recent weeks, and you look at the fixtures on paper and sides in the bottom half who have come to the Stadium of Light, and we've really struggled. Other than Luton, we beat 2-0, didn't we? Yeah. Other teams have come here and taken points off us. I know Cardiff at the weekend, but that was a graft as well, really. The Luton one was a comfortable 2-0 win. But we're not making it easy for ourselves at this moment in time, and that's your big one in the first half, isn't it? Again, we've seen that combination before. Trey, you know, he's even picked a lovely ball out there, and he's in the 18-yard box, isn't he? And Wilson's there. And, you know, worst case, get it on target there. I think he, again, like the one against Hull, maybe just trying to be a little bit too precise, get it in between keeper and post, and he plants it the wrong side of the post. So that was the big one from our point of view. And then, I say, Preston had one or two opportunities. This one's not a bad strike, but it's always just drawing away from the left-hand post, isn't it? Anthony Patterson, I think, would have had it clear. And the big man, I thought he was a handful. I've seen him a couple of times now. I think he's a decent player at this level. Again, that one there, he's a bit excited. I think that he's got an opportunity because he's worked hard all night and blazes it wide off balance. But we'll get onto his goal in a minute.
Is this a missed opportunity?
Yeah, I think. Yeah, if you have that again, he's unaware, isn't it? It happens quite quick whether Tommy's giving him a shout or not. But he's in a better position coming onto it, Tommy, where it's coming across my end, allowing it to come onto his favoured left foot. And he almost getting each other's way a little bit, really, don't they? And there's his second one. So he's had a couple of sighters on his favoured right foot, Risa. And then, Wilson now, isn't it? Yeah, trying to get into the game, wasn't he? He's had that header now, and he's almost trying to make up for it, really, and get his goal this evening. And this one here, again, packed as well. And I keep going on about opposite wingers have got to start getting inside.
This is their goal in the 65th minute.
Yeah, it's good build-up play from their point of view. Look, popping it round into feet. Little one here now, two strikers combined. Wilkeen over, and then he's in there, but there, can't allow him to take it there, and he chops Dan Neil. Maybe Chris Metton, once he does, can come out and engage a little bit more. If we're being a little bit picky, you see here now he goes back there. Chris, he hasn't got anyone round him.
There, Reece,
yeah, he is, but there now, just step up a couple. He doesn't really come out of that slot there, Chris. You know, whether it would have had an impact or not, I'm not sure. But as soon as he rolls down here now, I think there now, come up a couple of yards. Doesn't, and he's blinding Anthony Patterson a bit, but you see it from the other angle, maybe this one now. It's a lovely strike, and it's right in off the foot of the post, I think, just brushes the post. So, and it's quite a crisp strike, isn't it? So
you liked him, didn't you?
I did, yeah.
The way he holds it up.
His work rate as well, you know, for the team who are sort of down in 16th, and maybe it's, at times they're not going to see a lot of ball, so you've got to make it stick for your team, and I think he does that well. He fights his corner well up against two centre-backs, and he deserved his goal for me. This is a penalty shout. No, well, I'm not sure what's going on with Porteous there, if Luke leaves a little bit on him, but the other one's not a penalty. You see, I think Wilson goes down looking for it a little bit too easy. You see it here now. Again,
It's
Trey
just
Hume just flipping that ball.
outshot,
No, it's just good defending. He gets across Ledson, is it, I think. And then here's the goal now, isn't it?
which followed about no exaggeration, about 7 minutes of craziness.
Yeah, it was a couple of minutes, wasn't it? Straight back into the action. They've playing games. Defend that one, okay, but it drops the rain. Again, don't get pressure on him, really. Thinking he's going down the line. Well, he's not gone to. He's coming inside on that favoured right foot, and he just shifts it. And that's the benefits. You know, a lot of people complain about wingers.
On the right,
yeah, you know, I'm going to say wingers playing on the opposite side, really, but that is your benefit, isn't it? When it comes off, it looks good. And Pat's still looking for that on the other side, isn't he? He's had 2 or 3 tonight where he's come in, firing it into bodies, one a bit weak into the keeper's gloves, and we're still waiting for him to cut inside and bend one into that far corner. And then Remains come on and showed him how to do it. Yeah.
Watch it all night.
Lovely, and yeah, Woodman there diving, absolutely no chance, and then saved us the point in it. This one, Job, yeah, I thought he was there, doesn't get enough on it, gets across his man, just can't quite get enough on it there. And then what's this one here now? Is this a 9?
Chance,
yeah, Luke O'Nien just slices it, doesn't he? Yeah. So you probably say, have we done enough to win the game? I keep looking at Wilson's chance with a header in the first half, but you know, they've come here and I thought they had a go. Yeah, later on they started play acting a little bit and obviously wearing the clock down, and 1 or 2 cards for time wasting, really. But we're not at our best at this moment in time. We're not flowy. We're giving it away a little bit, and you can hear it in the crowd as well, really. So we've got to try and get it going again, because we've still got a lot of teams to play in the top half of the table at this moment in time. Yeah, we've come up against.
We tend to play better against.
Yeah, you could say that, and you know, why is that? Well, maybe the top half sides want to come and have a little bit of a go and a bit more confidence in taking us on, really.
While these will want to come and frustrate.
Yeah, I think so, yeah, but we've got to be better. Still, regardless of even getting to the final third tonight, it was the middle third where we weren't quite at our best, and I think...
That was the same for them as well, it just kept on breaking down, didn't it?
But the times when we're beating their initial press and we're getting into the midfield, I think we're a bit stodgy. We're not sure whether to go and press with, you know, 4v3 or a 5v4, go and commit with a bit of pace. We're almost holding on, we're waiting for support, and when you do that, 5-10 seconds is a long time in football, and the opposition and then getting back into their shape the other side of the ball. So yeah, it's frustrating, and again, I said there, you could feel it a little bit in the stadium this evening, but it's a point on the board, I guess.
Exactly, it's a point on the board. Sunderland undefeated on this little run we have started here. Let's have a look around at the scores in the EFL Championship this evening. There's a few games taking place in and around us, actually. I'll look at the table after this as well. It finished Burnley 1, West Brom 1, so there's one for you. Cardiff City 1, Luton Town 2. I think
big result at the bottom.
Yeah, Cardiff were winning in that one, or maybe they weren't at half time. Can't remember. Derby County 2, Coventry City 0. Now Sunderland go to Coventry next. We'll speak about that in a second. Middlesbrough 2, Queen's Park Rangers 1. It finished Norwich City 2, Sheffield Wednesday 3. And I'm pretty sure Norwich were winning 2-0 in that one as well. Sheffield United 1, Bristol City 1. So everyone drawing, well, there you go, as you were.
Big opportunity, I've said it there, haven't I? Obviously Leeds losing at the weekend, and then we could have gained a couple of points on the 2 sides above us. So
we haven't lost any though.
No, yeah, but I keep looking, if we are looking at, I know we're saying about playoffs, but big opportunity there. Still 30 points to play for coming into tonight, and then there's 2 slip there, isn't it? If you're looking at the 3 fixtures, Burnley, West Brom and Sheffield United, Bristol City, they're harder on paper, harder fixtures than us against Preston here.
I get what
you're
saying.
Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Let's have a look at what it does to the league table. It doesn't really do much of the top 5, really, does it? And there it is, as you were. The defeat for Coventry City allows Bristol City to gain some ground with their point. And of course, Sunderland travel down to Coventry City at the weekend. But let's have a look at the bottom of the division, because that's a big point for Preston this evening.
I was going to say a big 3 points for Luton as well, isn't it? Sort of drags them back into that little pack. See Plymouth there, sort of say rooted really. They've had a little stint, haven't they, where they've got out of it and then they've dropped in again. But
it's really tight up to Hull now, then, isn't it?
Yeah, it is, isn't it? Look at that there. Yeah, say Portsmouth clawed away, good results against Leeds, as we mentioned there. And then Stoke just can't get going under Mark Robbins, right in amongst it, aren't they? Look at that there. Was it 2 points between 4 sides? Oof. And then Hull as well, yeah. So, going to be an interesting one down the bottom, as much as it is up the top end as well, yeah.
4 out of the 5 ex-Premier League sides right amongst it as well. What should we do now? We should look ahead to Sunderland's next game thick and fast. It's a 3-game week, of course, and we are heading down to the Midlands. Coventry City. Frank Lampard's Coventry City these days, Danny.
Run come to an end, isn't it? I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a decent run they were on. Just in time for us to go there and get all 3 points, we hope, and you can join us for that. Get your matchday streaming passes right now at safc.com. Enjoy the rest of your week. We'll be back at the weekend. We'll see you soon.